So my headline off of that is, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I like that.
I've officially gotten to that old guy that says quotes from old movies now, and people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yo, 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 what up? It's Chris Simms. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Connor Rogers is here. It's another day. It's a Wednesday. We're breaking down football all day long here. We got some stuff to talk about, but yeah, I am that old guy now that quotes old movies.
Happens quick.
They look at me and the young whippersnappers are like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen that movie.
When we all hang out for Big Ten College Countdown, you somehow are the old man of the crew.
I am. I'm Grandpa Sims in the group.
It's crazy.
There.
You
It's
go from old man of the crew Saturdays, younger guy on football night.
Exactly
so
right.
It's all about balance.
Exactly, yes, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yep.
People have been asking for this one, the Bears run game over the Eagles. We're going to get down to it today.
Cool.
I see the Bears fans in the chat all the time when we're live. I love it. You're going to get exactly what you've been asking for. Orlando Brown Jr. is going to stop by.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Vibes are back for the Bengals.
Big O,
Kind of
right.
can't wait to hear about that.
Yep.
He's been on the show with you before. And we're going to preview a Week 14 that's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like division matchup, high-stakes matchups in both conferences. And the homies are thankful for me. I'm thankful for the homies. I love all the comments we get.
They should be thankful for you.
Oh, that's nice of them.
I'm thankful for
Thank you. But they do miss Ahmed, which we all miss Ahmed. Sickboy22 said, man, I'm so glad Connor is hosting. He and Chris bounce off each other so perfectly. I miss the GOAT Ahmed for sure, but Connor has taken up the mantle without skipping a beat. Love the show, guys. Thanks for making my days better. We appreciate that. That's nice words.
Thanks, buddy.
Grayson Bird, podcast firing on all cylinders. Always miss Ahmed, but this is a stellar pairing of hosts. And Steve Kellogg said, just here for the poodle critique. You'll always get that.
Don't you worry.
Not poodle fans on this podcast. Dog fans, not poodle fans. Fans of the Bears run game as well, Chris. This was one of the, at least for me, watching this game, you sit there and when you see a team manhandle and run over the Eagles, it's just jarring.
Right.
It's a how, why, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
This is not supposed to happen to the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, it's not. It's not. We're not used to seeing that, all right? I think there's some few things here that just hit off right off the bat. First thing, the Bears have a good O-line, right? It's big. It's physical. It's one of the few O-lines where you go, oh, yeah, they can move some of the Eagle players. There's no doubt about that, right? And they're pretty athletic with also being big. Also, they got the ability to go two tight ends with two blocking tight ends who are extremely good at run blocking, also good in the pass game, okay? They have great scheme versatility and creativity in the run game, right? So that's another aspect of that. So they're great that way. So those are some basic things, all right? Then I think that you got to get into the Eagles are a little arrogant on defense at times. Their front four is so good that they're a team that goes, oh, you ran the ball? Okay, well, we don't think you can keep doing it. We don't think you'll stay patient. We don't think you can just push around our front four all game long.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be a little reluctant to load the box. They're a little bit sometimes like, prove it to us you can run on our big mofos before we do stuff like. Go ahead, let me hear it.
It's nuts, exactly what you're saying. A light box, 6 or fewer.
Right.
20 rush attempts. So the Eagles let them. They did run against our light box. Problem is the Bears averaged 9 yards per carry on those 20 runs. Neutral, a 7-man box, 14 rush attempts. Yeah, the Bears ran the ball nonstop. 4.1 yards per carry. Okay, when the Eagles actually respected their run game and had an 8+ box, only 6 times, only 3 yards per carry.
Yeah.
So this is one of the very unique times that the Eagles kind of needed that extra guy, or else the Bears were going to make them pay. They did.
I thought they were too late to adjust to that. I do. I think they gave Caleb Williams in the passing game a little too much respect. But also on top of that, see, again, that's even though the Bears' offense is not hitting on all cylinders in the pass game, right? And we could certainly discuss that as we go on here. I think still Vic Fangio sees it and goes, man, they got some weapons, and this damn Ben Johnson's creative, where if I overplay the run too much, he'll come up with some ways to gash us in the pass game. And I can't just play man-to-man because they got guys that can beat man-to-man and run by people, right? So I think there's that, right? And I wrote at one point, even though the Bears running the ball in the first half, it feels like the Eagles are reluctant on going too much in on run defense. Like they have faith in the front four, and they're scared of the big plays of the Bears pass game, right? That's where I felt like. So you couple all those things. We talked about the Bears offense and what they do, and they're great at misdirection. And, of course, they also have the guys that can just fire off and move you. And then they the Eagles being a little reluctant to play run defense. And I think the other part of this, too, that you got to look into, and we discussed this a little, is the Eagles offense has to take some responsibility for what's going on with the Eagles defense. Again, the Eagles defense has been saving the shit out of the Eagles offense for most of the year. Right? But now here we are 2 weeks in a row where they've played two offenses where like, yeah, your defense is awesome, but they're not just going to be able to stop us all game long. So the offense at some point is going to have to help out and stay on the field. So there's a ton of 3-and-outs from the Eagles. The Eagles defense got worn out. And then when the Eagles did drive a few times, they drive quick.
Right.
So it's like, oh, man, they put a drive together, but there's 5 plays, 80 yards, touchdown. And the defense is back on the field. So all that, you talk about team complementary football, that adds to what we saw with the Eagles struggling a little bit too. And then we get into the genius of the run game and how Ben Johnson marries the run game with the pass game and makes it very hard on the front to go, oh, wait, the run's coming. Because, oh, wait, they have a pass that looks just like that. Wait, oh, here comes the bootleg pass. Oh, wait, damn, it's the run. Oh, so they make you wrong a lot with how they put their offense on the field.
And they're doing that with a two-headed monster right now. We are going to start with a Kyle Monungai run in the first quarter, 6 minutes and 57 seconds left. This is a 1st and 10 here, Chris, for the Chicago Bears.
1st and 10, and we talked yesterday, the Bills, they ran 2 run plays for the majority of the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. It wasn't quite like this in this, but the majority of their good runs were inside zone, which was just like, let's get bodies on bodies. Let's move a little bit. As we move, like, right, the D-line has to move with us to stay in their gap. And then our running back will find the right lane, right? So here you go. Let's see it. They're going to run a little zone cutback. It's inside zone to the left side, and then he's going to kind of read it, and he's going to find a cutback lane and go. All right, so let's go to the next picture, okay? So there we go. There's the next picture, and you can see Monungai going to his left. Look at the offensive line. They're all pushing
Insane
left,
movement.
right? Now, there's a backside unblocked defensive end and Jalen Phillips right there. But they know he's unblocked. But this is where they're brilliant. And this is where, go back to the first picture, okay, Pete, for 1 second, because I didn't explain this out the right way. But you see how this is playing out right here, all right? So it's zoned to the left, okay? You see Cole Kmet came into motion, but he's going to block the defensive end on the top of the screen.
Right.
DJ Moore's in the backfield right here as fullback. All right? He's going to come out here to the flat like it's a bootleg.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, run it legit. And within that, Jalen Phillips, number 50 down here, he doesn't know. So he's kind of like, oh, no, I might be running the bootleg. So that makes him pause. So let's go to the next picture again, okay? Next picture again, the one we just looked at, there it is. He gives the ball to Monungai, but you could see here DJ Moore running right at Jalen Phillips. And Jalen Phillips is like, wait, I don't know. The receiver's running at me like he's going to run a route.
So he stops
his feet,
right?
I can't tell if Caleb Williams is giving the ball to the running back or not. Is Caleb about to come out here and run a bootleg? So he's in the process right here as you're watching of kind of breaking down going, wait, what's about to happen here, right? He doesn't know. All right, let's go to the next picture, okay? Next picture you're going to see. And now, look, he's fiddled around with DJ Moore, but the offensive line now, because they held Jalen Phillips in check out there, everybody had like leverage to move the Eagles' offensive line to the left side here, right? He was the only guy they didn't have leverage on to make this kind of block to push everybody to the offensive left. But they took care of that with DJ Moore and the bootleg fake. And now you could see here, I mean, there's not enough people in Philadelphia to even get here. I mean, the right tackle, 68 right here, or 58, Darnell Wright, he doesn't have anybody to block. Okay, look at the hole. All right, I don't know if you got another picture, Pete, but as you know, and everybody can picture, this is going to be a big run. And there he goes, up the middle, sees the cutback, and I don't know, what did he end up with there, Pete? 15?
17.
17 yards.
Untouched for 15 of them.
For 15
That's
of them.
insanity.
Again, that's insanity in the membranity, no doubt about that. And that's part of their genius.
You nailed it with Darnell Wright. He didn't really have anyone that he needed to block, but he gave 90 a nice little shove to kind of like put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
He's putting
he gave him a nice help block.
Hey, they get into a moment here in the game where they start to put Jalen Carter at the defensive end because they start to go, we need more big people on the field. We're in trouble here. So he ends up being over the offensive tackle a lot as the game goes along. But that's the first one. And again, that's brilliance. That's brilliance in figuring that out and going, wait, if I do this, right, and now we got all this leverage to push the O-line that way, and we just get this one guy to be, oh, wait, I don't know what it is. Now we can create holes, and that's where Ben Johnson is next level.
So let's look at another one, because one passing concept that you highlighted that worked for them, not a lot did in this game, but he was good on bootlegs, Caleb. He was 3 for 4 for 41 yards. He threw a touchdown off the bootleg as well. And they kind of use, on the last play you showed, Chris, the idea of like, hey, it might be a bootleg, but no, we're handing off the ball. This play feels a little similar as well. Like the threat of the bootleg is always there, and it's freezing defenders.
It's like another bootleg look here. Right? They do like so now we saw the last one where DJ Moore came behind the line of scrimmage. This one, it's going to be the same kind of run, but now they're going to send 2 people to the backside of the bootleg. To where, again, the defense is seeing this for the first time, and now they're going to go, well, this is definitely the bootleg. Let's slow down. Their pass is coming now. I mean, because on this one, if I'm remembering correctly here, the fullback we see is going to go into the flat.
He will go to the flat, and DJ Moore,
the receiver, is going to come behind the line of scrimmage and go into the flat too.
That's right.
So they're going to run the ball to the left, and 2 guys that you look at to go, oh, I think they're going to block, are going to run routes that are fake bootlegs just to keep backside defenders and linebackers, just to make them pause for a second so we can get the right leverage to make the blocks, right? So let's go to the next picture here, all right? So next picture, you're going to see, again, it's just inside zone to the left. You see 81 at fullback. He's going to the flat like you usually see in a bootleg. Oh, and here's DJ Moore. Wait, he's going to the flat too, which you see a lot of times with bootlegs, where it goes like, wait, 81 goes out in the flat. If he doesn't get it, he'll turn up the sidelines like in a wheel route. And then usually, nobody's open. Oh, wait, here comes DJ Moore. And now I have a place to throw the ball to another guy in the flat to see if he can turn up and do something with it. Okay, but they do that, and this is still a run. But you could see Quinyon Mitchell, who was probably part of the run game design to stop it if it stops over here. He's running across the formation to cover his receiver number 2. Nakobe Dean, your middle linebacker, right? He's going, wait, my guy's going to the flat over here, 81. I need to go over there. So here's 2 guys that are supposed to be helping the run game out on the left side of the offensive formation, and they've been displaced because Ben Johnson went, hey, instead of trying to figure out ways how to block these guys and do all this, let's just get them the hell out of there, and then I think I can create angles for the rest of the offensive line to just make blocks, and we can win our one-on-ones that way. And that's what they basically do here. So let's see the next picture. Next picture, boom. Look at the cutback lanes again.
My goodness.
Look at this. Nakobe Dean, a middle linebacker, is out in the flat by the 20-yard line, right? Quinyon Mitchell's got caught up in the wash of the offensive line a little, and the center's blocking him, or Jonah Jackson's blocking him. And now you got a Dunze at receiver at the top of the screen, just free to block people. But the point of it is, look at the cutback lane created by all of this stuff. And DeAndre Swift, of course, sees that. And as we go to the next picture, again, another gashing run by the Chicago Bears with brilliant game plan design and marrying pass game and run game concepts together to where the offense or the defense doesn't know what the hell's coming.
And even worse on this, all of that is amazing. The concept and everything like that. It put Adoree Jackson in the one-on-one tackle situation against Swift here. Swift runs him over, and since Quinyon kind of got caught in traffic, he kind of assumed Adoree was going to make the play.
And he slows down a little bit?
He slows down.
Right.
And Swift keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's not a great look. Then all the defense has to rally to the ball about 10 yards beyond the marker already, where they were just caught up with eye candy, and then they're not confident,
dressing,
and then their feet stop.
Exactly right. That's why we talk about, right? We've had episodes a few weeks ago about why do teams motion. And movement and change things and all of that. Because all of that stuff confuses defensive players, makes them pause just for a half second, maybe gets them to take one wrong step, whatever it is. And that's the brilliance of doing all of that. And that's where Ben Johnson right now is the master of eye candy before and after the snap, like you see. And there's a 17-yard gain again, where it's like, man, it's the big bad Eagles, and that D-line's awesome. But they've put him in a spot where I don't care how awesome you are. Ben Johnson put in you a spot where it's like, even though we're not as good as you, you're going to be in a spot here because I've schematically given my team an advantage here to block you guys.
And they kept springing their running backs to the second level. We have another run play here, Chris, where they do that again. First quarter, 4 minutes and 38 seconds left. This is a 2nd and 5. And another time where they use motion and they get Swift to the second level of the
second level. And this is different here.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
This is cool because this is like an inside. This is we would call it a Y wham. It's almost like a trap play. And you see Cole Kmet coming in motion behind Caleb Williams right here. And what he's going to do is he's going to pass Caleb Williams, and then the defensive tackle who's over the left guard right here, and I don't know if it's Ojomo there. I can't remember who it is. But either way, it's the defensive tackle over the left guard. They're not going to block him. They're going to let him fly upfield, and then Cole Kmet is going to seal him off. Caleb's going to say set hut. He's going to go underneath Caleb. And now he's going to get the body on the big D tackle. But the point is, again, about the leverage and angles that are created because of this. So now the left guard doesn't have to block that defensive tackle. And he's going to fly upfield. The center is going to take Jalen Carter and kind of knock him with a 2-on-1 block, if I remember correctly, and they're going to work up to Nakobe Dean, the linebacker, and that left guard, who I said is just going to run by that defensive tackle, he's going to get right up on Zach Bond, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, we got people on us right away. So let's go to the next picture. Let's see it, Pete. All right, so he's going to say set hut, okay, and there you go, right away.
There it is.
Cole Kmet's on the ground, as you're watching right now, against the D tackle, but he's all around his feet, right? That left guard who didn't block that guy that Cole Kmet's blocking, look at him. He's free on Zach Bond. So Zach Bond's like, oh my gosh, wait, the running back's coming downhill at me, and there's a giant man coming downhill on me. The right guard and the center are doubling Jalen Carter, and then one of them's going to work up to Nakobe Dean to, again, where look how perfect it is for them. It's like they've shielded off people in every area to go, here's a hole. You guys, we've created angles for our blockers. And boom, there's the next picture, Pete. You're exactly right. Look at the center now is on inside leverage on Zach Bond, right? Or the left guard, excuse me. He's on inside leverage on Zach Bond, so now Zach Bond's screwed.
Yeah, he tried to slip him to the outside shoulder, and that was the wrong move.
The wrong move, right.
You just unfortunately have to try to stack and shed.
He wanted
to
clog it up. Right. Yeah. So you could see the defensive tackle blocked by Cole Kmet. He's trying to regain his feet and get in there. And then the center and right guard are now, we got a Jalen Carter and one up on Nakobe Dean, and you're in trouble now if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. Blankenship's the safety that's coming down, but that wasn't his hole. So he's not expecting to go, wait, I got to get down in there in the A gap. That's not what he's expecting. So they've exposed them here and some of their gap integrity with the movement and how they blocked it. And as you could see, again, another gash right up the middle on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and with Blankenship, one of his teammates went down, and because of that, he kind of like a bowling pin went down in the pile.
That's why.
So there's just bodies flying around.
Bodies flying around, and they moved some people on that Bears offensive line.
Now, Ben Johnson, he's been pretty honest about their pass game. He said, we're winning in spite of our passing game, not because of it, and none of us are pleased with that right now. We also heard from Ben Johnson just on potential accuracy concerns around Caleb.
Where are your concern level with his accuracy right now?
It's an area that we are certainly talking about. There's no question. We've been talking about where we got to fundamentally be correct. The primary receiver, when he's open, we want to make sure we hit him. And then all of our pass catchers, we just harped on it today. We need to be more disciplined in our route detail. It's not where it needs to be. Our depth's not proper all the time. Our steps isn't. And so everybody's got a role to play to get this pass game cleaned up. It's not where it needs to be. We're winning in spite of our passing game, not because of it. And none of us are pleased with that right now.
I like that he didn't make the passing game the quarterback game. He talked about receiver depth. He talked about detail. It wasn't like Caleb didn't do this, didn't do that, didn't do that. And it's not he's protecting his quarterback, but he's also being truthful of how important the details are for everybody.
Exactly right. He's like, we've had this combo a lot, right? He's rewiring Caleb Williams, and they're getting a crash course in legit NFL offense and what it takes to be surgical, execute on every play. It's like, the details, they got to be detailed every play, right? Tom Brady didn't drop back to pass and was like, Edelman ran this route at 7 yards last time. Maybe he'll run it at 5 or 9 here. We'll just get it done.
It's a science.
Right. It's a science. Exactly right. So that's where Caleb is definitely missing throws. Throws sometimes where you go, hey, like the pocket's good. Like, come on. Right. But he'll let his feet become stagnant and just flatten the ground. Right. So there's some of that. He's going to anticipate a little bit better. Right? As far as guys are about to come out of the break, like it can't be he comes out of the break, I see him, he's out of the break, and now I throw a laser every time. It can't be. It's got to be a little bit like, hey, he's about to come out of the break. Let me just throw a little softball in that general area, and he'll make the catch, and we'll come down. There's that aspect of it. So, yeah, they're leaving plays on the football field. And then what he's talking about, too, when you're a quarterback and the guy's got a 20-yard out route called, and all of a sudden he breaks out at 17 or 18, I know people out there are going to go, what's the big deal? But sometimes the quarterback's not ready to throw. And now he's like, oh, gosh. And now he has to hurry up, and mechanics get all messed up. And that's what happens, right? So there's a little bit of all of that as far as what goes on.
A half second in the NFL is hours in real life.
But their brilliance in marrying the pass game and the run game is not easy. Only the great offensive coordinators really can do it because you got to figure out how to do it, make it look like the pass, but we still got to block everybody, right? And do all that. And then it's vice versa with the pass. It's like, wait, we want to pass it. I want to send out all these people on a route here, but can I still make it look like the run and still block everybody, right? And that's where offensive genius phrases come into play, and that's where Caleb or Ben Johnson is next level, like a Shanahan and some of those other great play-action offensive coordinators.
We're going to take our first break, but when we're back, we welcome back our official unbuttoned offensive line expert, Bengals tackle Orlando Brown Jr. right after this.
How big were you in 8th grade going into high school?
Man, 6'4", man, 400 pounds, like 450 pounds. Yeah. I would tell you this. I didn't start moving. Really, I don't think I sprinted for the first time until I was about 13 years old.
You just shouted at us. Whenever you want to come on, you're the official O-line expert of the podcast. So you have a free pass whenever you want to come on, big guy, all right?
I love it. I can't wait to come on and talk some shit in season.
All right, good. Oh, yeah, baby. He's here. He's here to talk some shit. He can do whatever he wants.
Yes,
That's
I
right. There's our 450-pound 8th grader who never ran a sprint, but he's doing good now, man. What's up, dude? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you guys making some time for me.
Oh, man. Well, we're glad to have you, man. Thanks for making some time for me. You're busier and got a bigger job than me. That's for sure. All right. So wait, let's go here a little fun. One, are you, I've been on teams with, big guys like yourself. Do you have to weigh in every Friday?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. We do. We weigh in every Friday as a team, man.
Right. And what's your mark? All right. So when you're weighing, are you one of those guys, right, that like on a Friday morning, I get up early and go sit in the sauna or the steam room just to shed a few pounds to make sure I make my weight for the weigh-in?
Yeah, earlier in my career, I would tell you, hell yeah, I did. But at this point in time, man, in my career, being of age, a lot more maturity, my weight is pretty dead set, man. I'm anywhere between 355 and 358 at the heaviest.
Wow. Okay, so that's where you are, and that you have to be under 360 right now. Is that what they tell you, or what is it?
Yeah, like my weight range is right there in that 355, 360 range.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, that really is. All right. So on top of that, you got any good stories as far as other guys that have to do that in your locker room right now? Like, right, I was working in New England. Yeah. Vince Wilfork on a Friday, every Friday was trying to cut a few pounds, right? And then, of course, I had some offensive linemen through the years. But go ahead, give me some stories here.
Oh, man. I mean, funniest one, I won't drop his name, but it was so funny, man. It was our strength coaches, his first year here, or one of our assistant strength coaches, and he saw the guy come in about 2 hours before it was time to weigh in.
and he's in the sauna, hot tub, cold tub, back and forth contrast, and trying to get down in weight. It came time to step on the scale. And strength coach says, hey, whatever you weigh, I'm gonna add 3 pounds to it. And so the guy goes, man, well, I guess it just is what it is. May God bless you then. And stepped on the scale, was still 5 pounds over.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's stressful times. And if you go over, right? I mean, do you get fined? I know I was part of some teams that you're going to lose some money if you're over your weight.
You do. I haven't been over, so I really don't even know how much the fine is per pound here, but I don't even like to mess with it, man.
Yeah, okay. Second thing I got to bring up is just your gold chain action there, right? I mean, how many we got on right now? How many is there?
Man, it was a 4. I think I got 4. I eat, sleep, play in these, so this never comes off, man. It's a dog tag. 2 dog tags of my sons right here, some Cuban links and another rope chain, man. I don't know. I start wearing this stuff probably in college. I had fake jewelry in college that I wear all the time, and then I probably wore fake jewelry up until about my 5th year. Once they tagged me, I went and got something nice. So
yeah, you got some diamond ones to go along with it too, or you just stick to the all gold ones?
I'm normally all gold, man. I do have a nice diamond one I wear every now and again.
Right. Nobody's ripped one off in a game or anything like that. Like, I feel like I'd be the jerk defense end to be like, man, this guy's annoying. I'm going to rip one off today.
Hey, every now and again, you might get somebody to try to rip, the smaller ones off. But these Cuban links, man, if you can get this off my neck, you one of a kind.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's talk some football here. Take us into just like the state of the organization when you guys find out like Joe Burrow's done for a while, right? Like, what's that like in your locker room and on the team?
Yeah, man. As you know, I mean, he is the engine of who we are, what we do, what it means to be a Bengal. He's everything. And so obviously when you lose him, man, it takes so much confidence out of a team. No matter who's coming in at quarterback after him. And so losing him, man, obviously early in the season in Jacksonville, that was tough the way that happened. We were still able to pull off the win at the time with Jake, and Jake came in and played well for us there. But it was tough though, man. It was tough losing Joe at that point in time in the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's so you go there. We saw a few years ago, Jake Browning came in and had some success and kind of helped the team out, right? Didn't happen this time, right? What do you kind of attribute that to? Because I thought maybe you'd be able to hold down the fort a little bit, but of course it didn't work out to the capacity you guys wanted it to.
Yeah, I think it was just a combination of a few different things, man, and it's really not all on Jake. You know what I mean? It was the way we were playing up front. We weren't playing as well as we are right now. I think defensively, we weren't playing as well as we are right now, man. And when you aren't playing well in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball, and then when you aren't playing up to your standard on defense and creating those turnovers, it becomes hard to win games. And so I believe as a team, we didn't necessarily do the right things overall to help Jake be in a great position, man. Right. Because when he is on, and everything is right, great things will happen.
How about, so then Joe Flacco comes in, right? And we're all kind of wondering but what's that experience been like being around, Joe, who's been around, it seems like, for 3 centuries in the NFL?
It was great, man. I think he came in at the right time. And, I think from a team standpoint, I think we kind of needed a spark. And he came in right away, man. They threw him in the fire right there. I think Green Bay was his first game. And we played Pittsburgh at home. And, I mean, Flack's just a football player. He loves it. You know what I mean? The game's somewhat slow to him, man. He's been around it forever.
Right.
He's been in these different systems. He's seen it. I mean, it was awesome. And Flack's come in and done everything that I think, we've asked him as players and his peers, and the organization has as well.
So he gives you a little jump start, and then the man, all of a sudden there's some chatter. The man might come back. You're 3-8, but he still might come back. I mean, what's the locker room do? Or did you have any doubt? Like, what's the locker room do when they start to hear the chatter that Joe Burrow might come back and play?
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised, man, because, I mean, obviously that injury is really significant.
Right.
More significant than he would make it out to be, or maybe even the team, man. But I was surprised. But in terms of who he is as a competitor, if he's out there, he's giving it his all. And I've played with Joe when he's coming off a wrist injury, when he's dealing with a calf strain, when he's, you know what I mean? I've seen him right off this toe injury, what he just did last week on Thanksgiving night. It's not surprising, you know what I mean? But it does create a sense of a little bit of eerie feelings, especially when my job is to protect. You know, I just want to make sure he's clean and comfortable, man.
Yeah,
and you know, he came out there with lights out, bro.
I mean, it's I don't know, like, what is it about him? What is it? What's does he yell at you guys? Like, does he pump you guys up, or is it the fact that he's just like freaking cool and you just go, damn, the cool guy's back and we're gonna be good again? Like, tell us about the magic of him and what he does for your team.
Yeah, he just has it. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, he has it. And it just creates a sense of confidence, man, in the building. It creates a sense of confidence in each player, each coach, that we have a chance. And so, you know, a lot of times, especially on the professional level, you know, I think we're seeing it in New England with Drake May. When a team has confidence in the guy under center, in terms of what you can do, it is broadened. It is, I mean, it's unreal. You know what I mean? In terms of when you got a guy under center, the hardest piece of the puzzle that is normally the best player on the field when he's out there, it's hard to take away confidence from a team, man. And he creates so much positivity, so much great energy for us. He's not a big yeller, screamer. You know, he will get on you if he needs to, just like every other, you know, great player that wants to hold you accountable. But he just has it, man. And that's our guy. I mean, that's our engine.
Well, that's why you guys are feeling like you're not out of this yet right now, right? I mean, with the way the AFC North is and the way you guys are playing, and you got some games left against AFC North, I mean, you guys probably feel pretty confident about your chances right now.
We do, man. And you know, to be honest, even before Shiesty, I call him Shiesty, even before Shiesty came back, man, you know, that confidence was there. But just adding him back into the picture adds even more confidence, man. And to me, you know, I think we match up really well in our division. You know, we'll see Baltimore here again in another week, and we've got Cleveland to end the season. But yeah, man, I mean, we're ready to go. And I mean, we got a hungry group that's never going to quit.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, so you got an interesting year, and you've got a pretty interesting schedule. So I want to dive into this first again. Like, who's the best defense you played this year, right? Who was the best that you were on the field with, where you were just like, damn, they were impressive?
Yeah, I got to be honest, man. Cleveland is different, man. When they're healthy, I mean, between Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, you know, just some of the schemes that Jim Schwartz likes to run, I mean, they're really special, man. And it's not a lot of teams in this league that can play man-to-man and get home with 4. Right. And that combination in itself creates a lot of issues in the pass game in terms of timing, rhythm, who you can get the ball to, and how. They're different. You know, I think the Browns, man, are just they're picture perfect in terms of a defense of what you'd be looking for.
I hear you that. I wax poetically about them weekly. Just think of how good they'd be if they had an offense that could help them out a little bit. You've played some good defenses this year. I mean, the Vikings, the Broncos, the Lions, the Packers. I mean, the Patriots, as we know. So that's high praise. And listen, to me, I'm with you. The Browns and the Houston Texans, and I know you haven't played Houston, they feel like they're on another level from the rest of the league right now on the defensive side of the ball. With on that, you've also, I mean, one of the few guys in football that's had a block Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and TJ Watt this year, right? Like, just take me and everybody inside of, like, all 3 of them. Like, just a little bit of, like, what's each experience like, and what do you got to worry about with each one of them?
Yeah, with Myles, man, I mean, you know he can wreck a game at any moment. You know, he's as great as an athlete as he is, as great as a defensive end as he is, he's a playmaker. And whether that comes to making a play on a screen pass to his side, making an inside move in the run game, he has an effect on the game in so many different ways, man. And, you know, I can't praise him enough. I mean, you could call him the best football player in the league right now in terms of what he's doing this year, man. He's been really special. Micah Parsons is another guy that's extremely unique because his alignments, to be honest, are unique in a way. So, a lot of defensive ends are wide and, they're getting upfield. Michael Parsons is close. He's quick. He's a little bit smaller than most in terms of height, but he packs a really large punch, man, and he can do a lot in the pass game, in terms of getting to the quarterback. He lines up. All 5 linemen will see him in the course of a game, which is really cool and impressive. And then when you get to TJ, man, TJ is still a guy that it's impossible to keep him off the stat sheet, it seems like. There may be games where he doesn't have a sack, but he's got 2 pass deflections and a TFL.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He's an incredible football player, man. He's, I believe, a really, really large part of who they are from an organization standpoint as well, man. I mean, and TJ surrounded by some other great pros. Cam Hayward comes to mind, man, of great counterparts around him as well.
Your money on Myles Garrett breaking the sack record this year?
Yeah, high, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine he'll. I mean, I know he'll get that.
I mean,
he's at 19.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, 3 to 4. He can go to sleep and wake up tomorrow with 2 sacks.
Man,
so.
I mean, as I'm sitting here talking to you right now, I'm hoping he's like one shy away playing you guys late in the year. And either way, I can either give you a lot of praise or have you on here and go, "Oh man, you got beat by Myles Garrett. What the hell you doing?"
Yeah, no, man. I'm sure he'll get it at some point. So
it feels like he might shatter it this year. That's what's crazy. It feels like he might beat it by 2 or 3 or 4. All right, how about when you get to this time of the year, your routine change, right? I mean, I know guys are beat up, they're tired as hell, whatever. Is there something where you get to December where you change it up a little bit, or got to be more, mindful of certain things?
Yeah, man, my plan throughout my career, and it's something I learned early, man. Shout out Michael Crabtree. I played with my rookie year. Something he told me in August of my rookie year was you never want to peak too early. And you want to be playing your best ball in December and January. And so figuring out whatever it takes to get to that point and being at your best self. And so I've been on deep playoff runs. I've played in the Super Bowl, and my best games that season has been the Super Bowl, and so on and so forth, man. So for me, I don't really change my routine necessarily. I think I've got a good understanding of the flow of a season and how those things go. But my body feels great, man. I haven't necessarily had to deal with any serious injuries or anything like that, which I've been very thankful and fortunate for.
All right. Yeah, this year we got what, like Pass Protector of the Year award, right? Like
we do Protector of the Year.
The Protector of the Year, right? That's a Protector of the Year award, right? So I know you're an NFL fan. You watch ball. I know that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Who is it this year? Who's the guy that you think that, I know you haven't watched everybody, but I'm sure you've seen a lot of crossover film. Who pops to you?
Yeah, man, it's a few names, man. I think it's an award that might be a little bit more highlighted by the tackle position, just because of the notoriety of some of the names at that position. But man, I think Quentin Nelson has been balling, man. He's been playing really well. You know what I mean? When he's been out there, and I feel like the Indianapolis Colts have been doing a great job, obviously offensively. He's the guy that comes to mind. Darnell Wright, man, has just really showed up. He's continued to take huge steps in his career. They're winning, you know what I mean, which I think is going to be important for that award as well, man, and quarterback playing well. So, man, to me, those 2 names right now come to mind.
Yeah, I hear you. They're real. Both those teams, their offensive lines are real. Damn, they run block and pass block well. I just got watching. I got done watching the Bears and the Eagles just a little while ago, and I mean, I know about that Eagles front, and the Bears pushed them around, which is like rare. I've never seen anybody really push the Eagles around, but that speaks to Darnell Wright and some of those guys they got there.
It does, man. It does. They're just a physical group too. They're physical. They got a really, really cool scheme. I really like the way that some of their run schemes in terms of the motions and split flow zones and all these different things that they run with personnel. It's really unique. And so what that allows you to do as an offensive lineman is run off the ball. And when you can run off the ball, if you are Darnell Wright,
it doesn't matter. They could have King Kong at 3 technique. You're
Right.
going to get movement. You know what I mean? And so,
Right.
man, I think that's really cool to see.
All right, last thing. I know I'm going to let you go, but when you play great pass rushers, who gives you more problem? The guys that are quick and kind of make moves, or like the guys that are like incredible with speed to power and kind of just like bring it at you and try to push you back into the quarterback? Which one would you rather see?
Honestly, man, I really don't have a preference. It doesn't bother me, man. I've kind of got to that point in my career where, man, if you're going to take your rushes high and be twitchy, I'm going to just play my fundamental game. If you're a guy that wants to work speed to power, I'm gonna throw these hands at the point of contact. So, that's just been my mindset over the last probably 3 to 4 seasons. But I can't really say, anybody I'm looking at necessarily like my kryptonite.
Yeah, all right, good. I figured you'd say that. I mean, you're pretty damn good. I mean, there's a reason
I know you like that.
Yeah, I did like that. I did that. There's a reason you've been able to buy all those gold chains. You're freaking good, all right? That's right. Hey, I really appreciate you coming on. There's going to be more of this. I hope you make it to the playoffs, and I won't bother you then. But if you don't make it to the playoffs, I'm going to bother you, all right? And then you're going to be one of our draft line experts when it comes time to that, okay?
Yeah. Please, speaking of draft experts, Josh Simmons is having a hell of a year.
Right? We had that conversation. Yes. You said I get Trent Williams vibes when I watch Josh Simmons. And Dan, he looks like he's on his way to do that. I'm with you there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So look at you, man. You could play, you could coach, you could be a GM. I mean, damn. Okay. All right, dude. I appreciate it, man. Best of luck this week against the Bills, all right? Do your thing out there.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Orlando. Be good, man. Hey, thanks to Orlando Brown Jr. for coming on Chris Simms Unbuttoned. He's one of our favorites. You're going to see him a lot in the offseason, like I said, and in the playoffs if they don't make it, all right? We're going to go to break, and after that, we're going to come back, and we're going to look ahead a little bit to the Week 14 matchups and play a little game of what's more likely. See you right after this.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL, and new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code CORNERBACK when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Let's take a look at the AFC odds provided by DraftKings, of course, in the AFC South here. The Colts plus 140. They're even with the Jaguars.
Wow.
Both teams 8-4. Both teams plus 140. And that, Chris, is because they play each other twice.
Yeah.
Which might decide the division, although at plus 320, I am not ruling out those Houston Texans anymore.
I'm not.
Oh, no.
I'm not.
You believed.
I have
You
believed
before it was cool to believe.
I did. I believed before it was cool. In fact, I believed maybe too much at first, and then they made me look like an idiot at first, and then here they are coming back. But, yeah, this is a dicey division right now. Jaguars are, of course, good and talented, but a little inconsistent, and we know the quarterbacks like that. The Colts are going through a lull right now, and it's bad that they're going through a lull with the quarterback dealing with a stress fracture in his fibula with the hardest part of their schedule here this year, right? And then there's the Houston Texans, and again, I'm going to bet on the Houston Texans. That's going to be the team I would take right now. But, again, I wouldn't feel real comfortable about that. I think it's very much up in the air here.
The thing with the Texans is if they beat Kansas City,
that's where you look at it.
They start to feel like a steam engine.
You feel like, okay, Arizona, Las Vegas, they should be able to do that. Chargers, as we know, won't be easy. But with that offensive line issues they have, you go, oh, man, key. That could be an issue. And then again, back to Indy at their home turf there, and we saw they know how to play Indy, and we saw that last week.
All right, our Week 14 preview. What's more likely? What a slate we have this week. It's insane. 6 games where both teams are 500 or better, including 3 games where the division lead is literally on the line, win or loss.
Right.
Starting with the 8-4 Colts at the 8-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. What's more likely, Chris? Jonathan Taylor rushes for 100-plus yards or under 75. He averages an NFL high 107 rushing yards a game. Jacksonville allows an NFL best 82 rushing yards per game. And he's hit what we would call an actual slump, believe it or not, in recent weeks.
It definitely seems that way. I mean, they've played some better defenses lately, right? With Houston and Kansas City, they know how to load the box, do some things there. This one's tough Because Jacksonville, they're a pain in the butt in the run game, as
I'm
you
going
just
under.
stated.
Like, I
Definitely.
think they say beat us any other way. We're not letting you run.
Yeah. I'm going to join you there.
75 is still a lot.
75
That's the funny
is a
thing.
lot. It is a lot. It just seems low for them.
It's him.
My only thing is a little bit with them, and this is where I was on the fence of going, gosh, the Colts, they got to get it going, right? And I got to think run game is going to be the number one emphasis this week. But I haven't seen Jacksonville literally let anybody run on them. They almost are like a little crazy in the fact of they overplay the run to be like, whoa, hey, let's not let them just have any pass they want here, right? I'll join you in the under one, though, even though you're more confident in that one than I am.
Is the Jaguars punter threatening to kill people a factor here?
Well,
the crazy factor?
You did you hear me talk about that at all?
No, I don't think so.
So
this is on PFT,
first
right?
off, well, in fact, I'm thinking I talked about it with Kevin Clark before in The Athletic. The kill you thing. I'm 100 times in my life somebody told me they were going to kill me in a football game.
Right.
Like that to me is like, get out of here with that crap. I don't want to hear it. Right. I can go back to high school and get hit and kids getting to go, oh, f you, Simms, I'll kill you.
Right.
Like, I mean, are we kidding me? In the NFL, same thing. I probably threatened to kill a few people myself a few times. Until there's a gun there, come on. What are we talking about? It's football.
This is football,
all kinds
man.
of crazy shit gets said out there. So I'm a little sick of this tattletaling of what is said on the field and now going into the microphone with the media there and doing that going on in the NFL. Like, come on. Like, get out of here with that crap.
Well, I liked Liam Cohen's response. Liam Cohen said, I've heard players say that 100 times.
There you go.
Any sport you've heard at any level going back to literally middle school.
It's almost part of the conversation of football field talk. There.
Absolutely, even for the punters. Right. All right, the 9-3 Bears are at the 8-3-1 Green Bay Packers. What's more likely? Chicago runs for over 150-plus rushing yards or under 100. Listen to this one, Chris.
Yeah.
Chicago has 154 rushing yards a game. That's second in the NFL. Green Bay, though, they only allow just 98 rushing yards per game. That's top 10 in the NFL.
I'm going to go under 100. I'm just going to go that from what we've talked about already. One, I think Green Bay's going to sell out to stop the run. I think they'll play the angle almost a little bit of like, what you just said there, where they're going to go, wait, their pass game ain't all that. I'm going to see if their pass game can beat us, right?
Yep.
No, we'll see. I mean, again, I wouldn't have thought they ran like that on the Philadelphia Eagles.
I know.
I would not have. But Ben Johnson comes up with ways to be creative with it nonetheless. But Green Bay at home, I'm going to say that the Packers, they hold it under 100 here.
I'm with you on this one as well. I just think you look at it and go, if we lose to Caleb Williams, okay.
Yeah.
If we lose to Ben Johnson with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai, shame on us.
Right,
That's
exactly
it.
Right.
Thursday Night Football, my goodness, the 6-5-1 surging Dallas Cowboys at the Detroit Lions, who are 7-5, but you know damn well the Lions want this game.
Yep.
What's more likely, Jared Goff has 3+ touchdown passes, or Dak Prescott does. Goff and Dak are both tied for second in the NFL with 25 touchdown passes. Dallas has allowed an NFL high 28. Detroit is third worst at 25. This is about as even as it gets.
It is.
For me, I'm going Dak.
I'm going Dak too.
Yeah.
I'm going with the hot hand right now. I'm going with that. Again, Dallas's defense, it scares me.
Yeah.
But I also think, we've seen the Lions are giving up big pass plays weekly right now, and now you got the biggest pass play team, and these two fuckers coming into town are uncoverable, and on top of that, Dallas can protect. So that's where I look at it and go, wait, Detroit likes to play man-to-man. They're not that great at rushing the passer. And you got a hot offense. Now, I'm scared of Jared Goff and company, too, putting up a day because we know Dallas defense isn't that great, but it's been better. And then I think it's unlikely we're going to see Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That'd be shocking.
That is the other thing that I think, right? He's got a high ankle sprain or an ankle sprain that's pretty severe. So I'm going to kind of play the angle that he's not 100% either. And then also Jahmyr Gibbs always steals a few touchdowns.
That's right.
So that's why I go with Dak. I'm with you on the Dak Prescott one.
Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
It's hard not to like that. Sunday Night Football, the Texans travel to Kansas City. The Texans are 7-5 now. The Chiefs are 6-6. What's more likely, Patrick Mahomes has over 275 passing yards or under 225. Mahomes is second in the NFL with 270 per game.
Yeah.
Houston is fourth in the NFL, allowing just 174 per game.
It's insane. It is. And you know, like in the past, Kansas City's shown a pretty good idea of how to kind of attack the Seattle scheme and do all that. I'm going to go with the under here.
Right.
I'm going to ride the Houston Texans and what they're doing. You know, they're more than just the Seattle scheme. They can do that, but they dabble in some other stuff too. And like we've talked about before, they can play man-to-man with the best of them as well. And then I think the other aspect that makes me think is that this is a front four that I don't think will allow Mahomes just to buy time and, I was going to get sacked and I got out of the way and now I got 3 more seconds to throw the ball and find somebody down the field. I don't think that's going to happen against this group. So I'm going to go under 225.
And we agree a lot this week. This one for me, so Mahomes passing prop against Dallas, a game with an insane point total, indoors, all this throwing, was opened at, I believe, 268.5. This game, and the props aren't out yet, I'll be floored if it's more than 240.
Right.
I think it'll be like 232.
Yes, right.
So I'm going to take the 225 under.
Under.
It's just playing the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have to.
Right.
But the numbers will tell you he won't be set this way.
Right.
Like his project. Houston has that much respect. They deserve it.
100%.
For sure.
Right.
Our last one, Monday Night Football, the 8-4 Eagles are at the 8-4 Chargers. What's more likely? A.J. Brown has over 100 receiving yards or under 30. He has 4 games with over 104 with under 30. The Chargers allow just 169 passing yards per game, second best in the NFL. Chris, I'm going under.
You're going to go under?
Yeah, it's a flip a coin.
I know.
One for me. But, man, the Eagles can have some real stinkers at any moment one individual guy.
They can. And, under 30. He made this hard, Pete, here. This is one where, my thoughts. I mean, if you think you're just going to throw the ball on the Chargers, you're crazy.
Problem.
If you just drop back and throw it, they're too good in pass defense. You got to be able to run the football a little bit. Damn, but under 30.
That's a low number.
I'll go different than you on this one. I'll go 100.
He needs the big game.
I think they'll force feed him a little bit because of everything that's gone on. And you know what? I want to change one of mine too. I'm going to go different than you on the Jacksonville, the Colts one.
Okay.
I am. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have a little faith here. I was on the fence with it, and the more I've thought about it, I think some of the craziness of the Jaguars and what they do on defense will come back to bite them in the ass a little bit there. So there we go. We got 2 disagreements, even though I kind of illegally took my hand off the checker and went back and moved it there on you a little bit.
Well, what helps you with JT a little bit is he has a game with an 83-yard run, an 80-yard run, a 68-yard run,
right.
a 46. He just needs the one big one.
I know.
And then he gets to 100.
Yeah, I know.
So
we'll see, though. We'll see. It hasn't happened the last 2 weeks.
Pete is very good at this.
Pete really makes it hard.
Getting worried he's going to leave us for a sports book and just start setting all the lines.
He's a line setter.
Yeah, looking like it. These
Prop
are great.
Bet line setter.
Very
over
hard.
Here. Yeah.
Stay
all
with
right,
us, Pete.
All right, we got a week coming, right? You come and check me and Flory out. We're going to pick these games on Thursday. I don't even know who the hell I'm going to pick in a lot of these ones. As you could tell just by what's more likely, I didn't know what to do here. All right? But as usual, you are the man.
So are you.
Thanks
a lot of
for
fun this week, brother.
Yeah, we did a lot of good stuff this week. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Again, I'll say it one more time. YouTube Live, 10 a.m. on Mondays. YouTube Live, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. And then taped on Wednesday. And taped with Florio on Thursday. That's where you find me. You'll find him on 3 of those. All right? We're here together. We're the dynamic duo.
That's right.
I hope everybody liked the week. You know where to find us. Subscribe, rate, review. All right? Everybody enjoy Week 14 NFL football. Come find us. You know where we're at. Peace out, homies. See ya. Yo. Thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.